right, halfway through the week. Last week, we're on Wednesday the 23rd. We are back to upper body. We have palm up, palm down raises, alternating hammer curls, full skiers, and single arm chest press. Part 2 is hip touches. So, palm up, palm down. Start with your palm up, raise to the side, flip, down. Keep it like that, raise up, flip, down. So you're only flipping in the air. Flip, up, flip. So you count it up, flip, down, 1. Up, flip, down, 2. Up, flip, down, 3. Alternating hammer curls. So hammer curl is when you hold the weight the long way and you just bring it up, okay? So that's these. Full skier. Get in your bent over stance. Up, pause, back. 1. Up, pause, back. 2. Up, pause, back. 3. And single arm chest press. Down to the ground. One arm has nothing. The other arm has your weight. Press. Press. Press, and then switch sides. And then part 2, hip touches. This is the one where you're in your elbow plank and your hips drop from side to side. Drop, middle, drop, middle, drop, middle. Okay, palm up, palm down raises. So, this one seems a little bit tricky at first, but once you get it, it's really not. So you're gonna start with your palms out like this, and you're gonna raise up. So when I raise up, my arms are not all the way out to the side. They're diagonal in front, and there's a little bit of bend in my elbow, right? So I'm gonna raise up. I'm gonna flip my palm down, come down, that's 1. My palm is still facing down. I'm gonna raise up. Now I'm gonna flip it up, come down. 2, my palm is still facing up, flip, down, 3, up, flip, down, 4, up, flip, down, 5, up, flip, down. So you only flip in the air, okay? So it might be helpful for you to honestly say up, flip, down, and then just copy it, because you don't want to get stuck thinking that you're flipping down here and in the air, because what you would actually be doing is you would always be doing the same one. You would always have your palms down on the way up, and you would always have your palms up in the air. You know what I mean? It would always be the same. That's why you only flip in the air. So that way you raise with your palm up, you come down with your palm up, you also raise, I said that backwards, you also raise with your palm down and come down with your palm down. You do it both ways when you only flip in the air, okay? Alternating hammer curls. We've talked about hammer curls before. These are just alternating, which means you're just doing one at a time, but this is what it looks like. Up, down, other arm, down, up, down, other arm. Make sure you're not going too fast. Make sure you're squeezing at the top. Hammer curls are pretty basic. Full skier. So, like I said, you're gonna get in your bent over position. So normally we just do either front skiers or back skiers. This time we're combining both. So it's important to pause in the middle to avoid swinging. So you're gonna come here and you're just gonna lift them up by your ears, come down, back, down. 1, up, down, back, down. 2, up, down, back. You don't wanna go like this. You don't wanna be like never pausing in the middle, okay? So when you come up, your arms, so you're gonna be like this, but here. And you're gonna come down and you're just gonna bring them straight back, down. Up by your head, down, straight back, down, okay? And that one definitely you wanna use a lighter weight, because I did try it last night and I had my 10s upstairs and I found that it was hard to stop the swinging. Like once I got them up, because they were heavier, it was hard to stop it in the middle and not go back a little bit. So these ones are hard on their own, so don't worry about doing like a heavy weight or not. And then we have a single arm chest press. So typically we press with both. This time we're doing single, so you're just gonna have one weight at a time. You're gonna start on the side, press up and over the chest, down, 1, up and over the chest, down, 2, up and over, down, 3. So this one's a pretty simple chest press. You're just using one arm instead of both. And then our part 2, we're gonna be for reps. So we're doing 60 to 120. It's gotta be an even number because you're doing both sides. And we're doing hip touches. So you're gonna start in elbow plank position, and what you're doing is you're just dropping your hip to one side, returning back to elbow plank, dropping your hip to the other side, return to the middle, drop, return, okay? So this is what it looks like. Drop, return, drop, return, drop, return, drop, return. It doesn't matter if your hip actually touches the ground or not, as long as you're dropping it and you can feel that twist in your torso. And again, I always say this every single month, my feet slide a lot when I do this. I don't know if it's the carpet or it's just me, I have no idea. My feet slide a lot, so every time I come back to the middle elbow plank, I always make sure that my feet are like back in the position I want them to be. So I'll show you from the side. I drop down. So when I drop down, what happens to me is this foot, so not the foot I dropped to, but the other foot ends up like pushing out. So then when I come back to the middle, now my feet are not even. So I always return it. I drop, then I step back. Drop, step back, drop, step back, drop, step back. You might not need to do that if you're not slipping, but I do. So if you were wondering, that's what I do. I just reposition my foot before I drop again. And that's all. All right.